Chapter 8, Puritan Life. Hello, my name is Lizzie. My mother and father are once again displeased with me. I smiled too much during the morning sermon, and then fell asleep during the afternoon sermon. They both said that it is a great sin for a Puritan child to fall asleep while listening to the Word of God. During the morning sermon, I had smiled at the sight of Elder Jones' new wig. I could not understand why a minister of the church would care to wear such a thing on his head, but seemingly he does. Not only is it a strange looking sight, it does not appear to sit straight on his head. When I smiled and pointed at him, my mother pinched me so hard that my leg has not yet recovered. As you may or may not know, the most important place for any Puritan is the meeting house. Every Puritan meeting house is placed in the center of a town or village. That is because the meeting house is the center of our lives. Our church services take place there, and so do all important meetings. We Puritans live in the Massachusetts Bay Colony. Our colony was created in partnership with a Puritan company called the Massachusetts Bay Company. The Massachusetts Bay Company sells the fur we get from hunting and the fish we catch. Our colony is becoming wealthy because of this trading agreement. We came here from England in the year 1630. I was just a baby. Now I am almost 11 years old. Unlike the Pilgrims, we did not want to break away from the Church of England. We wanted the church to be purer and stronger. However, neither the King James I nor his son, King Charles I, would listen to our requests for change. In the end, we had no choice but to leave our homeland and start a new life somewhere else. We chose to create our own Puritan colony on land north of the Pilgrim colony of Plymouth. Guided by our leader, John Winthrop, we sent men ahead to prepare the way for us. They began the construction of houses in an area we call Salem. They cleared the land for planting. We now have 4 settlements within our colony. Apart from Salem, we have Boston, Charleston, and Cambridge. The population within our colony is growing rapidly. Each year, hundreds of people come to live their lives with us. I've heard the grown-ups say that even King Charles I cannot believe how successful and strong we are becoming. Trade ships frequently move in and out of our harbors. I love to watch the men unload items that have been sent across the ocean from our former homeland. We need guns, tools, and cloth. We hear news from home by talking to the sailors and newly arrived colonists. It makes our hearts flutter when the sailors and passengers talk of life in England. Just 2 months ago, I sat on the snow-covered dock and listened to the stories from home. The sailors spoke of the glorious sound of London church bells ringing out on Christmas Day. They also reminded us of the smell of roasting pheasant and sweet plum pudding. As you can tell, some of us are sometimes homesick, but we know our cause is just and good and worth the sacrifice. People are welcome here, but all who come to live with us must live according to the rules of the Bible. That is the Puritan way. Thus I must surely mend my ways. I must not smile during Elder Jones' sermon, no matter how long it is. I can tell you Elder Jones does not like to do a lot of preaching. Does like to do a lot of preaching. My brother George keeps pulling my hair and running away. I have asked him nicely to stop. I have frowned at him like mother frowns at me, but still he continues to do it. I must also make sure that I don't wag my finger at him. I must not scold him either. I have done it twice now, although my mother has not seen me do it. George is the baby in our family. He is no longer a real baby, as he is 4 years old. My mother and father have 7 children, but we are the only 2 children still alive. Mother and father make excuses for George's behavior, but not for mine. I must be responsible, Lizzie. Well, it seems that Elder Jones is not done preaching. He has called us back to the meeting house for one more sermon before sunset. I hope he is not wearing that wig again. Why do you think the Puritans made the meeting house the center of their lives?